Welcome everyone to the first game of the DCL T-10 tournament, where the Comets Cricket Club take on the Vikings. Vikings winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. So both the openers for the Comets out in the middle, Hassan Rashad and Hamad. Saif's opening the attack for the Vikings. And it's going to be a couple of wides to start off. Some good movement here from Saif. He's got a slip in place. And just the one man outside the 30-yard circle for the Vikings, which is the long on, as that's gone up in the air and over the man in mid-off. Circling around underneath it as the batsmen comfortably come back for a couple of runs here. So with that, Rashad, he's up and running. It is a T10 tournament, so they will look to attack early, as that one once again over the offside and into the extra cover boundary. We'll wait for the call on the maximum. It is a maximum, as both arms are aloft by the umpire. And so with that, Hassan Rashad continuing his charge early here in just the first over, putting pressure on the Vikings. And now as deep backward point comes in, we've got another man in the circle on the offside, but now you've got a wide-ish long off in place as well. So wide long off and wide long on, the two men out, and a slip continues in place. Oh, and this time a bit slower. That's gone up in the air, extra covers, and he'll take the catch. The first wicket falling now, as Hassan will have to walk back. And 10 for 1 are the Comets. Hassan once again looking to clear the boundary. He'd done so on the previous occasion, but he'll have to walk back now. And the Vikings, they'll celebrate having picked up the first wicket. The hard-hitting Hassan Rashad, he's gone early, 8 off 3. So trying to maximize his power play here, getting them off to a good start. Hassan, he is a player who goes after the bowling early, whether he's opening the batting or coming lower down the order, finishing an innings off. Today opening and did a couple of good looking shots. Saif here has picked up a wicket. And now it seems that slip's been taken off, moved to third man, which is interesting for the new batsman. Saif was getting some good movement away from the batsman, bowling in that outside off line. Now into the new man, as that one's just defended into the covers region. Just a dot ball. Shoaib side, the new man in. Side, the young player here in the DMV area. Oh, and he's got him. Saif picks up his second, and he's cleaned up Shoaib side with an excellent delivery right on the stumps there. Went fuller on that occasion, going on the stumps, changing up his line, and And he's picked up Shoaib's side there. So the second wicket now in the over for Saif. And a really good start here for the Vikings. And so that brings the new man into the crease, Faisal Khan. Into Faisal now, Saif, as that's driven through the covers. Aerial for a while, but just out to the man in the deep for the single. With that, Faisal, he retains strike. And after the first over, 11 for 2 are the Comets. Third man just moved a bit finer here for the new bowler. So that's a bit short. Just pulled away towards short mid wicket by Faisal. It's a bit of an inside edge there. Playing that well too early was Faisal. Sai Krishna here, the new bowler for the Vikings, who've really gotten off to a good start in this game. As that's short, cut away. But towards that man at point. So just a single taken. Or Anudeep actually the bowler. And Anudeep, he'll now be bowling into Hamad. As that's just defended on a good length. It's a really good over this is turning out to be, just the one from it with a couple deliveries to go. Anudeep will see if he can just finish it off well. Oh, that's a swing and a miss there outside off. Once again playing that well too early there, the batsman. So just not getting the timing on it. This time going full was Anudeep. Keeping it outside off. A sweeper cover and long on the two men back. Oh, and this time that's gone up in the air out towards the long on region. Just a couple of bounces out to that man in the deep. And a couple of runs is what the batsman will pick up with that. Hamad, he'll be off the mark. That's also going to be the end of the second over, just 3 coming from it. An excellent over that was from Anudeep. And after 2, 14 for 2 are the Comets. Saif here continuing, bowling his second and final over now in this T10 game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss there outside off from Faisal. Oh, and that's a top edge. It's gone up in the air. Point, and he'll take the catch. So with that now, the third wicket down, as Faisal will have to go, and that is another big wicket here. Saif picking up his third, and he is doing so well here in the power play, getting this game in favor of the Vikings from very early on. Now Wahab side, now the new man in. The left-hander side, a very dependable batsman. And a quality all-rounder as well. We'll see his spin bowling abilities later on today. But for now, with the bat in hand. He's got a huge role to play here. 14 for 3 his team. Still more than 7.5 overs remaining in this game. And Saif bowling extremely well in the power play. Now we can see a very offside heavy field. On the leg side, you've got a cow corner, a backward square leg, and now a man coming in towards short mid-wicket. We have a look at that field. As Saif runs in, continuing over the wicket to the left-hander. And that's on the pads, just flicked away. And they'll take the single side with that off the mark. So Vikings here, they've picked up three wickets very early on. And a swing and a miss there outside off. That bounce just beating him. Another swing and a miss that, looking to play across the line as he went really full. Did Saif.
How'd it go? Homework as usual. Homework, okay.
That's flicked away over the square leg region and into the boundary for 4. That was turning out to be a really good over that from Saif. Had gone for just the one and picked up the wicket, but a boundary off the last ball, just spoiling his figures a bit. But nonetheless, a very good spell from him. 2 overs, 3 for 16. And 19 for 3 now at the end of 3 are Comets in some trouble. It'll be interesting to see how they rebuild from here, because on one hand, you've only got 7 overs remaining. It is a T10 game. But on the other hand, you are 3 down early, so you've got to play a bit carefully. And with that, the end of the power play here as well. So just some changes being made to the field now. The leg side's entirely back. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, and on the offside, just the one back and long off. It's just guided away towards point. Ramesh, the new bowler. Now with this right-left combination, they'll have to make a lot of changes to that field. And we can see for Syed, the entire leg side was back. But for Hamad here, you've got square leg inside the circle. The deep mid-wicket and long on are still back. As that one's gone up in the air, long off, circling around. Oh, just short of him there. I think he may just have misjudged that initially. And so Hamad there, he'll stay. As the batsmen just pick up a single. I think from here, the Comets, they've got to just look to nudge the ball around. There's a lot of gaps in this field right now, with the field being very spread out. So just look to nudge the ball around. Pick up singles, twos. Trying to find those gaps, as this one's just a point for a single. But just trying to find those gaps so that the chances of them losing another wicket really go down. Some more rebuilding type cricket until the 5th, 6th over even, and then after that really go after the bowling when they're set. These two, as that one's short, they're not able to put that away. Hamad, he'll be disappointed. Point was inside the circle, and that was an absolute gift that from Ramesh. Short, a bit wide as well. Not able to pick up some runs from that. Once again, going a bit short, bit too early on that though. Inside, he'll come across. Into Wahab's side now. Just one more ball left in the 4th. That's just guided down past the man at backward point. And they'll pick up a couple of runs. With that, it'll be the end of the 4th. 6 coming from it, and after 4, 25 for 3 are the Comets. Inayatullah now into the attack. 25 for 3 after 4 the Comets, so not really looking too good in this T10 game. Oh, he's gone for that one, long on. And oh, he's put that down. Should have taken that. Should long on, went straight to him. Got underneath that ball, but just bouncing out of his hands that, and so with that, Hamad, he'll get a life. And Vikings losing out on an opportunity to get their fourth. But we can see the intent from the Comets batsmen, despite the fact they've lost 3 wickets in just 4 overs, continuing to go after the bowling, as this one's just driven towards extra covers. It's very full, just driven down the ground. And just picking up the single from that, the 2 batsmen. Oh, and he goes big this time. Long on. It'll go a deep mid wicket rather. We won't be able to take that, so quite a long way up in the air. But not able to take that catch, the man in the deep.
T-20 इधर ही हो रहा है.
T-10. One ball now remaining in this Inayatullah overs. That's short, pulled away. Deep mid wicket. Well over the man there. Into that deep square leg region rather. And so a maximum there to finish off this Inayatullah over. It was turning out to be a good one. It had gone for just the 4 until that point. But that maximum just spoiling his figures a bit is at the halfway mark in the innings. 5 overs done. 35 for 3 are the Comets. We're going to sweep that away as Ramesh here continues. Stepping well into the offside was Wahab. So it appears the current strategy from the Comets is Wahab really batting a bit longer, keeping one end up, while Hamad goes after the bowling onto 17 off 13 is Hamad at the other end. But for now, Wahab on strike, 6 off 7. And this time trying something unorthodox, they're appealing for that. The umpire not interested, so Wahab once again trying to step into the offside and hit it through a very spread out leg side field where there's just 3 men and all of them at the boundary. Long on, cow corner, deep square leg. Oh, and this time takes on the short ball. Cow corner running to his left, and he's done really well out in the deep, keeping that ball in. Oh, and they won another run there, the 3rd, and getting it in the end. Saving a couple of runs for his side. The man out in the deep was really well fielded. And this time, just there on a good length. Looking to nudge it through the leg side, but not connecting. Ramesh now he's bowled a tidy over, a couple of balls remaining as that one's gone up in the air. But just out towards sweeper cover for a couple of runs. So Hamad continuing his aggression here as Comets are into the 40s with that shot. One ball remaining now in this Ramesh over. In his entire spell rather, as this is his second over. And this time he's got him there, so Hamad, he'll have to walk back now. Ramesh striking off his final delivery, and he's bowled an excellent spell. 1 for 11 in his 2, as Comets have lost their 4th now. 40 for 4 at the end of 6. 4 more overs remaining, and they've lost one of their set batsmen. Hamad hit a couple of good shots. Will have to walk back now though. Junaid, the new man in, he'll be at the non-striker's end with that wicket falling off the last ball of the previous over. And so it'll be Wahab's side to take strike. Manohar, the new bowler. Coming in here at the death. This time stepping across into the offside and over that fine leg boundary. So a boundary to start the over off here for side. And once again we can see he's premeditating as far as his movement across to the offside, expecting that delivery on the stumps from Manohar. And with Manohar going just a bit short there, that shot always on. And with that, a fine leg has now been put in place inside the circle, trying to restrict side from playing that shot. This time he opens up through the leg side. Just out to deep square leg for a couple of runs. This time sweeps it away. out to deep mid wicket and comfortably coming back for a couple of runs. Some good running from these two. Looking to step across into the offside, went well into the offside, that not only across the wide line but even off the pitch a bit there, Wahab. Looking to sweep this away across the line, completely missing it. So coming back well there with a couple of dots after his first three went for 8 is Manohar. And this time flighted. Bit of a misfield by the bowler. And so just the single taken there. And with that, it'll be the end of the over. 9 from it, and after 7, 49 for 4 are the Comets. Pavan now into the attack. As that's swept away, but straight to fine leg. Coming through for the single, and that gets Junaid on strike, who's just faced the one delivery. And with that single, a 50 coming up for the Comets.
Will this pick up or talking?
And now, and excellent delivery that as he got him there. That one spinning away quite a bit from Junaid, who was trying to open up, access the leg side. Now gully move to a leg gully, as that's a full toss past square leg, and they want the second. Back for it as well. Perhaps a chance at the bowler's end, but Syed quick between the wickets. Was hesitant on that second run. Junaid always wanting it. And this time that's short. And straight to the man at long on. So with that, Junaid, he'll have to go. And Pavan picking up a wicket in his first over. So the Comets now have lost half their side. So 5 down. As Pavan now is amongst the wickets as well. 52 for 5 midway through the 8th. 14 more deliveries remain in this innings. They've got to try and at least get to the 75-80 run mark. As Abdullah Ghazi comes out. He's also an excellent all-rounder there, is Ghazi. We'll see his fast bowling in a bit. in the second innings in a few minutes' time, but for now, with the bat, certainly someone who can hit the long ball. Again, Ghazi. As he just backs away, guides this one towards point. And coming through for the single there. Pavan now one left in his first over here. And this one down the leg side, and the keeper's gonna miss it as well, so coming across for a run. And once again, another wide signal there. The bowler not happy with that decision, but he'll have to re-bowl it. Just got one more delivery to finish this over out. It's gone for 7 and a wicket till now. It's looking to close it out nicely. And that's short, past the keeper as well. Running away towards the boundary. As the batsman comfortably come back for a couple of runs. And so buys, or wides actually, that is. So this over continues. And now it had gone for just a 4 until the series of wides, this time flying it once again. And looking for that lofted shot, just not able to middle it, Ghazi. And so now it'll be the end of the over. 10 and a wicket coming from that one. And after 8, 59 for 5 are the Comets. Inayatullah now into the attack, his first over, none for 10. This one straight to third man. As the batsman come through for that single into the 20s now, Wahab is that with that shot. And 60s the Comets. That single getting Ghazi on to strike. He's faced a couple of deliveries. And that's full, flicked away and into the boundary there for a maximum. So Ghazi now picks up his first maximum of the game and really looking to be explosive here in the death overs, trying to get Comets to a good score, on to 66 they're at. That's gone straight up in the air. The bowler himself underneath it. And pouches it in the end. So 6 and out for Abdullah Ghazi. And the 6th wicket falling for the Comets. Inayatullah now amongst the wickets. As the Comets are 66 for 6. With 9 balls left in the innings. Barrows now the new man in the middle. Replacing Ghazi. As it seems that one's hit him there in the stomach. First up, a good delivery from Inayatullah, a bit quick. Just going a bit back of a good length there. This one's flicked away. And straight to the man there at deep mid-wicket who takes a good catch. And so with that, Barrows, he'll have to depart for a duck, and 7 down now are the Comets as Inayatullah has got his second in his second over. So Barrows gone for a second ball duck. Just another 7 deliveries remain here. Wahab Syed, the main man from a Comets perspective, as they're at 66 at the moment. Not too good of a score. And Dilawar Khan, the new man in. Inayatullah now his final ball for today. And he goes full as that's drilled through the covers and just out to the man in the deep for a couple of runs. And so with that, it'll be the end of the over. 9 and a couple of wickets coming from it. And after 9, 68 for 7 are the Comets, with the final over of their innings coming up. Sandeep now the new bowler, in to bowl the final one here to Wahab Syed. We'll see, can he get the Comets here to 80? 12 more runs that would require. Oh, and that's an outside edge, flies past third man and into the boundary for 4, so that'll definitely help the Comets cause. While that may not have been exactly the region Wahab side was trying to hit in, he'll still pick up a boundary. This time takes him on and out to the man in the deep. So with that, Wahab side, he'll be disappointed with himself there. And now the 8th one down for the Comets. So the 8th wicket falling now for the Comets. That's that big one of Wahab side. As Abdul Basit comes out to the middle. So 2 new men at the crease with 4 balls remaining. And that's a full toss, hit down the ground, long on, and he'll take the catch again. So Sandeep, he'll be on a hat-trick as Abdul Basit is gone for a golden duck. So Sandeep here picking up a couple of wickets in the final over. It was a low full toss, that a ball dead from Abdul Basit, but just not able to quite get the distance. And so he walks off. Tariq will be the new man in. Three more balls remain in this innings, or if the final wicket falls there for the Comets. And Sandeep, he'll be on a hat-trick. Just a swing and a miss there. It's a wide signal by the umpire. And that's gone up in the air. But just past the man there, it covers as he'll take a single. Tariq with that off the mark. And they'll have her now a couple of balls to go. 74 the score's on. Comets, can they get it past 80? And a swing and a miss that is. Once again, just not timing it right here, the lover. Oh, and that's it, straight down the ground. Long off. It'll just beat him there. That's just inside the boundary. Oh, and a fumble at the end. He may still be run out there. A comedy of errors for the Vikings to finish this innings off. And so with that, we'll finish the innings off. A couple of runs for the Comets. 76 for 9. They've made in their 10 overs, so 77 is what the Vikings now require to pick up a couple of points in the opening game of the DCL T-10 tournament. So we are back for the second innings here. 77 is what the Vikings require. And our Comets have got a slip in place here, as we're just getting ready for the first ball. Got a deep third man, the only fielder outside the 30-yard circle, as the first ball's coming up now. And that's full, driven towards cover point, and he'll take a single with that. Vidyasagar, he'll get off the mark, and the Vikings are up and running. Inayatullah, the man who will now take strike, and Dilawar Khan opening the bowling for the Comets. And this is driven straight to the man at covers. And just a change from the last innings, it was actually not Faisal Khan, the batsman, it was Anis Rahman. So just a bit of a technical mix-up there. But now here in the second innings, looking to pick up a couple early wickets are the Comets. And that has gone right past the outside edge. An excellent delivery that. Abdullah Ghazi, the man at deep third. As Dilawar runs in now. And that's gone up in the air. Mid-on, just over him that. And it's going to run away into the boundaries. It knows, stops it just before. But picking up a couple of runs in Ayatullah with that off the mark. A swing and a miss there, completely missing that outside the off stump in Ayatullah. And those dot balls there will just continue to build some pressure on the Vikings. Lauer now runs in for the final ball of his first, as that's been it straight to point. So wicket off the final ball of the first, as Inayatullah, he'll have to walk back. And Dilawar Khan, he strikes. Comets, this is exactly the start they would have wanted. They've picked up a wicket early. As Inayatullah walks back, Wahab side there taking a good catch. And 3 for 1 at the end of the first are the Vikings. Krishnakant, the new batsman, out in the middle, and Abdul Basit with the ball in hand. Hassan there, still at slip. And this time that's cut away. Past the man it covers. Running away towards the boundary. Doesn't have the legs to reach it. And comfortably coming back for a couple of runs are the two batsmen. Vidyasagar, the man on strike, with Krishnakant at the non-striker's end. That wicket falling on the last ball of the previous over. And this time down the leg side. So signalled a wide by the umpire. The first extra of this Vikings innings. Now this isn't the biggest of totals in a T10 game. Still another 71 needed. 76 what the Comets made. And as I said, not the biggest of totals in a T10 game, but with the bowling attack that the Comets have, they could really make it difficult for this Viking side to chase it down, as they're already starting to do here. A wicket in the first over, continuing to bowl some nice change-ups here. Not only the change of pace, but with line and length as well. Really troubling the batsman. And this time wrapped on the pads. Having a chat with the bowler there is Anis. Abdul Basit runs in. Oh, and that's gone up in the air. Over extra covers. And coming back for another couple of runs are the batsmen. That's a direct hit. A huge appeal. That was an excellent throw from outside the circle. Oh, but the batsman's walking off. What a throw that was. And the batsman also doing well. There are applauses from the entire Comets team for him to walk off even without being given out. An excellent throw that was, though. A direct hit at the stumps. As Vidyasagar, he'll have to walk off for a run ball 4. And now two completely new batsmen at the crease who are yet to face a single delivery. 7 for 2 are the Vikings. Now the man at third man moved much finer. As that one's flicked away. Oh, put down. Going for a one-handed attempt that. To his right. But just not able to completely hang on to it. Nevertheless, a good try that. Diving to his right, and in the end, put a good stop to that delivery. That one will be signalled wide. A bit of a late call that from the umpire. Abdul Basit not happy with it. His final ball of the over. But he'll have to re-bowl it. The lights now have taken full effect here at the DCL field in Bolin, where in Oakmar, here in Oakton, Virginia. As this one's flicked into the leg side. It was short mid-wicket, another directed that. An excellent throw it was from Anis. But the batsman making his crease there. And so with that, it'll be the end of the over. 7 and a wicket from it. And after 2, 10 for 2 are the Vikings. Barrows now into the attack. Starts off with a wide one there. Some away movement. And that's another really good delivery that once again moving away from Krishnakant. Saif, the new batsman in, he'll be at the non-striker's end, having faced the one delivery. So a couple of wides for Barrows to start this over off. And this one, once again, right past the outside edge. So much better that, just pulling his length back a bit. Another wide signal there, so Barrows just not getting his line right today. His third wide now in this over, having bowled just the one legal delivery. This time just bowling in that fourth stump line. So much better there as the batsman just come across for another single. Going at a runner ball here at the moment are the Vikings. And this one's driven, but straight to the man at point. Barrows, he's gone for 4 off his first 3, but 3 of them being those wides. On this one down the leg side, and it's gonna run away to the boundaries. That it seems he stopped it just before, so well done by the man out in the deep. But Barrows this time going well down leg. This time on the stumps. Hit out towards short mid wicket, and Krishnakant at the other end wanting the single. Denied by Saif though. Couple more balls left in this over. And that's well done by the bowler. This is turning out to be a pretty good over. 7 from it till now with the ball to go. But out of those 7, 6 have been extras. So the extras a bit high for Barrows as he's just trying to find his line. But besides that, the legal deliveries have all been good as this is just cut straight towards point. Oh, and they're going to get one for the overthrow. Oh, they are not turned back by Krishnakant this time. And so with that, it'll be the end of the over. 7 from it. And after 3, 17 for 2. Or the Vikings still require another 60 to win the game. Abdullah Ghazi, a new man into the attack. With this being the end of the power play, up to 5 fielders now allowed outside the circle. So deep third man, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. The 4 back for Ghazi here. To Krishnakant, the man on strike. As that one's just guided out towards third man. Taking the single from that. Over 8.6 and over now is what the Vikings require. It's that required rate just rising, but still well under control at the moment. Oh, and that's gone up in the air. An excellent shot that is. And it's gonna go well over the boundary as well. Abdullah Ghazi, not too bad of a delivery that. He got his Yorker right. But an excellent flick shot that is from Saif over fine leg. And so picking up a maximum there and some pressure on Ghazi now. This time a bit of a top edge. Just out to the man in the deep fine leg. So just a single taken with that Krishnakant on the strike. This time going for that bouncer there and signaled a wide by the umpire. This over from Kazi, a bit expensive to start off. 9 off the first 3. Oh, and that's gone up in the air. Falls in between a few fielders. And so Krishnakant, he'll be safe for now. Just taking the single, getting to the other end. And they've got what they would have wanted from this over. The Vikings already 10 from it, a couple to go. This time going short. Looking for that pull there, but not quite timing it right. And this one right past the edge, so an excellent ball to finish off. 10 coming from that over, and after 4, 27 for 2 are the Vikings. Another 50 is what they require from the final 6 overs. Wahab side now into the attack. Did well with the bat earlier today. Now looking to pick up a couple of wickets with the ball in hand. Starts off with a good delivery, full on the stumps, and just defended this time though. A full toss. And just hooked away out towards a wideish long on for the single. And the Vikings here going steadily. If they don't lose a wicket, then they should be able to get to this target with ease, as that one's just a bit of an inside edge out towards fine leg. Side now, this time he's lofted that away into the leg side, and he'll pick up a boundary for it. Will Krishnakant. Vacant region there past square leg. There's a deep mid wicket out there and a fine leg inside the circle, but between those two, what was gonna be a boundary all day. So some pressure now on the Comets, as this one's once again lofted away, but out towards long on a few bounces. Side now his final ball as that one's gone up in the air and straight to short mid wicket. So with that, Wahab Said, he strikes, and the third one down, just as a good partnership was starting to build for the Vikings. Saif will have to go. I think he may just have been in a bit of double minds there. Does he look to just nudge it down the ground, or does he go for the big shot? And he's done a bit of both as Anis takes a simple catch at short mid wicket. And so with that, the third wicket falling for the Vikings. 34 for 3 now at the end of 5. 43 still needed. This is a bit short and wide. Cut away. It won't reach the boundary, but comfortably coming back for a couple of runs are the two batsmen. Shoaib Said, the new bowler. As this one's cut away, but straight to point. And it was very close there at the non-striker's end, as the batsman just scrambling to make his ground, but gets there in the end. So Shoaib Said now into Charan, the new man, as that's gone straight up in the air, but falls short of third man. So just a single dig and a top edge that was. As this one swept away out towards deep mid wicket. This one is nudged into the leg side and picking up a single of the two batsmen. And this one's cut away straight to point. Chance. They'll make it in the end, and they'll come through for an overthrow as well. Will the two batsmen? Huge appeal there, but the square leg umpire once again unmoved for that run out. And so with that, it's going to be the end of the over. 8 from it, and after 6, 42 for 3 of the Vikings. Still another 35 needed in 4 overs, and still anybody's game this. A late call that wide. As this one's just driven towards covers. And this time that's gone up in the air and straight to the man. So another wicket falling now, the 5th one down for the Vikings. And this time it's the well set Krishnakant will have to go. He's still standing there though. There seems to just be a bit of confusion, but now he'll walk off. So half the side for the Vikings now gone. And they'll be under some pressure. 31 still needed. 2 wickets now falling in this over. Turning out to be a really good one from Wahab's side. And Anudeep, the new man out in the middle. Couple balls more to go in this over. This time an outside edge, running away towards the 3rd man boundary. The fielder will get to it, and so just a couple of runs the batsmen pick up. It's the final ball of the 7th now offside spell. Oh, and this time goes for the big shot, deep square leg. On the bounce to him. And they want the second chance of a run out, though he makes his ground in the end. And so 8 runs and a couple of wickets coming from that over. The end of Wahab's side spell, 3 for 15 from his 2. And with that, the 50 also coming up for the Vikings. 50 for 5 after 7, 27 needed now from the final 18 deliveries. Dilawar Khan now brought back 1 for 3 off his first opening the bowling. Starts off with a good delivery there, flying right past the outside edge. This time a swing and a miss and a wide signal. Dilawar, he's not happy with that. The Comets players just having a chat with the umpire. This time, coming back into the batsman just past that under edge. Now mid-wicket comes in a couple of steps. In towards short mid-wicket now. Oh, and he's got him. There's the wicket, looking to try and scoop that into the leg side. But he'll have to walk off there. Dilaver picking up another wicket. And Pavan, he'll have to go 6 down now are the Vikings. And in some trouble here, 51 for 6. That required rate up to 10.4, 26 needed and 15 still. And this is really turning out to be an excellent over from Dilaver. Just the 1 run, courtesy of wide. And he's picked up a wicket as well now, that of Pavan. Sandeep will meet the new man out in the middle. Bowled well in the latter half of the last innings. And now with the bat in hand. Dilaver just making a couple of changes to his field now. His third man moves a bit finer. And that's a good delivery. Quick there from Dilaver. And Sandeep just tapping it into the offside, picking up a single. This one's heaved away into the leg side. Out towards the man in the deep. And comfortably coming back for a couple of runs are the batsmen. And so 1 more ball left in this Dilaver over. It's been a really good one. Let's see if he can just finish it off well now. This one's hit out into that square leg region. And once again, just coming back for a couple of runs are the 2 batsmen. With that, it'll be the end of the over. 6 and a wicket coming from it. Dilaver finishes his spell. 2 overs, 2 for 9. And after 8, 56 for 6 are the Vikings. 21 needed in 2 overs. Abdul Basit now into the attack, bowling the penultimate. His first over, none for 7. Into Sandeep now. Oh, and this one, an appeal there. There was a sound on it. It may have just been that pad that it clipped on the way through to the keeper. And now it's been signalled wide by the umpire. Abdul Basit now. And this time just goes a bit back of a length, guided out towards backward point. Looking for one from that overthrow, but some good backing up done there by that man at short mid-wicket. Deep third man, deep covers, long on, deep mid-wicket. The 4-man back. Oh, there, a swing and a miss there from Anudeep. And this time, it's clubbed away into the leg side. Out towards the man at deep mid-wicket. Once again, just another couple of runs the batsmen pick up. 17 more needed, 9 balls to go. We're really in for quite an exciting finish here to this T10 game. And that's just guided away and out to the man at deep third. And chance of a run out there. Throw isn't the greatest, but they'll come back for a couple of runs. So that's really well run. Six off this over with a couple to go. Needed in 8 balls now. And this one's hit down the ground. It's hit the non-striker. The non-striker's bat there. And so just the single they could get. With long on quite wide, they could have perhaps picked up a couple, maybe even a boundary had that not hit the non-striker, but it does in the end. And so just the single. 7 from this over. Oh, and this time it's right past the bowler, and that's a directed there. And they'll get him as well. So now the 7th wicket down. Sandeep looking to come across for a quick single, but another directed. The fielding has been excellent from the Comets today. And so with that, Sandeep, he'll have to walk off. For a run a ball 2 there, is now 7 down are the Vikings. 7 coming from that Abdul Basit over and a wicket off that last ball. So 14 needed from the final 6 deliveries here for the Vikings. Ramesh, the new man in. Oh, and that's gone up in the air. Short of the man it covers though. And so just a single taken. 13 needed now from 5. Abdullah Ghazi, none for 10 off his first. And one of these deliveries, at least a couple there, have got to find the boundary. Oh, and that's gone up in the air. Mid-wicket, underneath it. And he'll take the catch. Oh, but it's been signalled a no ball by the umpire. No ball on height, that perhaps. And so the drama continues. 11 from 5 now with a free hit. And a swing and a miss, looking to come through for the single, and they will do so. So 4 balls, 10 required now. With Anudeep, the set batsman, on strike, 15 off 10. Ramesh at the other end, a run off his first delivery. Ten needed from 4 here for the Vikings. And this time trying something unorthodox, just a fine leg though, does well, restricting it to the single. Anudeep, he's not happy with that. 9 from 3 though now. Abdullah Ghazi just looking to close this game out. Ramesh, the new man in, not easy for someone new to settle in on this pitch. And in this situation. Oh, and they're going to come across for the single chance. No, just misses the stumps that. It's that single taken. 8 from 2 now. Pressure on Anudeep. This delivery has got to find the boundary. Oh, and that one's gone up in the air, mid-off. And he'll take the catch. It's the 8th one down, but more importantly for the Comets, that should be the game. As long as this final one is a legal delivery from Ghazi, the Comets will pick up a couple of points.
वहाब फौरन टॉस करना है.
Final ball of the game coming up now. As that's just going to be defended into mid-wicket. And so with that, the Comets, they pick up a couple of points here. Winning the first game.
बॉल
of the DCL T-10 tournament by 6 runs. And what a game we've had here. 76 for 9 the Comets made. A beat under par, you could call that.